At small forward, at 6'9" number 8, Jeff Green. At shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 4, J.J. Redick. Man of the middle, 6'11", from Texas A&M, number 6, DeAndre Jordan. And at forward, 6'10", from Oklahoma, number 32, Blake Griffin. At guard, 6 foot from Wake Forest, number 3, Chris Paul.
On the road looking for a win against the Western Conference rival. The Houston Rockets are getting ready for this thing to get started. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The Clippers hoping to give a strong showing here for their home crowd. 6th game of the season for them, and when you're 4-1 already, you've got a good feeling about each game.
It's go time. Now, these are two teams whose rivalry goes way back, and anytime they renew it, the fans, as well as all that are involved, are going to be in for a treat.
I like that. Go time. That's a good way to put it. I mean, this will be a testing encounter between these two. The build-up to the game has been extremely intense. I think everybody's expecting some kind of volatility to erupt on the floor today.
And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Beasley out there with Howard. And it's Beverly in at the point. Now here's Paul. And it's sent back by Howard. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. And yes, sir, that one drops. Beverly's got the first points up on the board for the Rockets.
And they get the first bucket of the game on that one.
I tell you what, fellas, I'm anticipating a good one here.
Last season was difficult for Dwight Howard, to say the least, across the board. Worse since, in fact, his rookie year.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to stay healthy. I mean, looks dominant in spurts. Yet you're thinking, okay, he's back, then his body betrays him. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Paul kicks to Green. There's a good screen. Back to Paul. And there's the pass to Redick. Stolen by Harden. Beverly wide open. The three-pointer off the mark.
And talking about Howard, always a perennial double-doubles leader. Last year, through the injuries, he dropped down to 23 total double-doubles. But that was in only 41 games. So the average over an 82-game stretch would have put him in the top 5 once again. So clearly, he has a lot left when he's healthy.
And stolen by Redick. Beverly against Paul. Stolen by Beverly. And it's the Rockets on the break. Here's Harden, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. Getting back to Dwight Howard, I think he's at a crossroads physically. Had back and knee issues. It's highly unlikely he can be 100% for a full season. You just hope to have him happy and healthy for your most important games.
Now here's Paul. Griffin attacking up and in on the layup.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Harden dishes to Beasley. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul.
Yeah, no doubt about that one looking over the back ball.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. Green against Ariza. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for the Clippers. Pierce comes in for Green. Houston also making some changes. Smith comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's Motiejunas in for Michael Beasley. Harden against Crawford. And Griffin sends it back. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain the possession. Rivers, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Austin Rivers.
That's tipped. And Griffin, here we go. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball. Kept alive by Houston. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Harden against Crawford. Smith the pass to Harden. Motiejunas kicks to Beverly. He feeds it to Smith. Will it go? And he sinks the layup. Smith's got his first 2 points.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against the Warriors in Oakland.
Last season, the Clippers came away with the 3rd seed out west. They were very tough in conference and managed to get 37 of their 56 wins against Western Conference teams.
Here's Rivers. James Harden picking up that last basket. Griffin dishes to Pierce. And stolen by Ariza. And it's Houston on the break. Harden, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Crawford. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The shot by Pierce will not go.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Ahead. Griffin's shot is off.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there was any doubt about it. His defense threw him off on that shot. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
2 on the clock. Can't hit.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Rockets lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Hey, talk to Chris Paul. It's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Maybe on that rap to pay the bill. And now finish.
Vertically challenged. That's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific play.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Rockets. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Smith out there with Montejunas. And it's Ariza in at the 3, the small forward. One thing about Jamal Crawford, he is the definition of a streak shooter. When he's hot, baby, watch out.
Yeah, I mean, he's a combination of craftiness and athleticism that makes him very hard to defend. He can spot you up, run you off picks, drive past you. This guy gives you the real deal.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
You know, you look at Jamal Crawford's scoring ability. Your best way to stop him is to not let him get going. I mean, play physical with him, go over screen, close out, get into his airspace. At least that gives you a chance because he's terrific offensively.
And getting back to Jamal Crawford, here's the thing. He's that ace up your sleeve, if you will. Just having the threat of him on the floor creates scoring opportunities for your offense. He commands so much attention from the defense that there's always going to be a good chance someone else is a beneficiary because of his presence.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Terry against Paul. Jordan with a screen on Terry. Paul goes in and misses it off the right side of the rim.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Brewer. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And Corey Brewer, guys, out of Florida. Remember, won those 2 national championships, teaming up with Joakim Noah and Al Horford. Terrific quickness, and that rangy frame makes him a disruptive defender. Great versatility as well on that end of the floor.
Now here's Paul. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Clark, Corey Brewer was the 7th pick in the 2007 draft. He's never really reached that star caliber so many had predicted.
Yeah, you know, his offense has held him back a bit. He's a bit erratic at that end of the floor. Not a great shooter. Slashes effectively well. He's most effective in transition.
Indeed. Redick passes to Paul. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. No good with the elbow jumper.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Clippers with the ball. Following the score by Houston. Now Redick, 5 points in the game. Lets a floater go, and it's good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist. And the Rockets